I'm Teresa Swart, and my role here at Looker is the Senior Director of Executive Operations. We were previously using the Salesforce embedded quoting tool. We had lots of people who provided quotes from everything on a napkin to a Word document to an Excel spreadsheet. Behind the scenes, we had a very complex pricing model that was built on a Google spreadsheet with tons and tons of tabs that people could alter. The challenges that we had with that method was, of course, training new sales reps to use these tools, which had become embedded urban legend at best. Version control was a big challenge, and of course, as soon as you have people who feel comfortable downloading things onto their desktop, it was impossible to ever pull those back and make sure that we gave them the right information. So from all of those pieces, we really needed to find a tool that could allow us to streamline the communication, to put some guardrails around it, and make sure that our customers got the right information on what we were selling. Volutu has been amazing to work with. The team has been very responsive to any changes that we needed or feedback that we had on the product. We've had a lot of support just in terms of making sure that our implementation was done well enough and experienced all of the best practices from other customers. So we had of course, everybody has a unique selling process, but we did too. And we wanted to make sure that we were able to replicate that as much. And Volutu was very helpful in making sure that we were able to do that effectively. Sales teams are a little bit adverse to change, but they've come along. From the first week that we rolled out Volutu, we had almost an 80% attach rate from people who had gone in and tried to use the tool. We also had a really big beta group, which helped make sure that people adopted it later on. So the feedback over time has been, what more can we do? How much easier can we make it? But overall, it's been really positive. The best thing about working with Volutu has been our ability to share our feedback very openly on the product and make sure that we had help and support if we needed it. And that goes from having people come on site to help us out with specific issues, and also when our Salesforce admin was on vacation and I needed immediate help to help some of our sales reps, Volutu jumped right in, and they've always been there for me. So I have used Steelbrick and Big Machines, which is now owned by Oracle. In the past, the benefit of Volutu is how easy it was to implement. And of course, a lot of that has to do with how well you have your price book and your process nailed down before you start looking at any of these tools. But the actual programming of Volutu is much simpler than it was with some of those other options. There's also not a big, heavy footprint that gets installed with Salesforce when you roll out Volutu, so we were able to do that really flexibly. Our Salesforce instance has a lot of customizations that we've built in the past. So if we had done something like Big Machines, which requires a lot of triggers and Apex programming to make it work together, I think it would have taken us a very long time and a lot of consulting hours to make that actually functional within our system. Volutu, we just rolled out. It just worked. We are starting to look into using Volutu's DealHub and make sure that that becomes part of our sales process. I think we found that Volutu becomes such a flexible platform that it can help guide the selling process in a way that's a little bit deeper than just a configuration pricing tool. It allows us to really help people think through what's the best way to put together a contract, what's the best way to get the information out to a customer as quickly as possible. So we have and we will be looking forward to using Volutu more in the future. I would definitely recommend Volutu to other companies.